So it's lovely to be here with both of you today, Gwen and Pixie. Thank you both so much for joining me for this interview. It's
Thank you
lovely
for
to
the
have you.
invitation, Priya. Very nice seeing you too.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you
Thank you.
very much. Nice meeting
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. It's great meeting both of you too. So just to go straight into the first question, I'll start with you, Pixie. To set the context, could you share in brief what this new fertility benefit program at Merck entails for your employees in both Singapore and Malaysia?
So, as you know, Merck, we are a 360 years old company, and we are still mainly owned by the main Merck family. More than 70% still owned by the Merck family. So we are very, very family oriented. So the new fertility benefits program really is a testament of our commitment in supporting a very holistic well-being of our employees in Merck in both Malaysia and Singapore and around the world, right? And the program is not just offering the financial assistance, actually, it's really very comprehensive and holistic because we are also looking into how to support our employees to have a better working environment, balancing between work and life, at home. So it is a struggle, we understand that. And in terms of in the work environment, we would like to create a very supportive and understanding working environment for individual going through the fertility treatment, especially because it's a very emotional roller coaster journey for them. So we have, for example, now already have flexible working arrangement at work, and if they need to take medical leave to go through the fertility treatment, they don't really have to get the MC. They just have to go through the fertility treatment. We also make sure that everything is very private and confidential because it's very personal, right? And at the same time, there are many other awareness education program because, like I said, it's beyond just the treatment itself. It's the emotional part, right? Being supported at work and empower them. That is really through education. So we have supportive system where they can ask for counseling, they can ask for education, they can even talk to some expert on top of this financial support.
Very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that, Pixie. So just to delve, into the background a little more, what steps did Merck take to ensure that this program is really comprehensive and inclusive, particularly in terms of accommodating employees' diverse marital and social situations?
Yes, at this era right now, right, not everyone gets married at a very young age like our parents did. So, and a very different status in terms of their what do you call the status, right, personal status. So, therefore, the program is very unique because we don't want to discriminate anyone's whether they are married or not, right? So they can be, they are benefited whether they are married or they are single, or they just want to benefit their partner. So basically, it's a very flexible program regarding their social status. They can even be a single parenthood or unmarried partnership. That's all okay. So every employees will be benefited from this program. And we also, of course, the spouse or their partner, right, to be involved in this benefits as well. Another very important one is this fertility benefit is not just the treatment. We also cover fertility tests, like the procedures and the hormonal treatments. So of course, there's a lifetime cap because we do need to budget for it, but it is very comprehensive enough to cover most of the treatment required. We also emphasize a lot of extra assistance, like I mentioned, like the education platform and support system is all available when they need help online if they wanted to keep it confidential.
Very inclusive and very forward thinking. And something I also see that a lot of companies are starting to put a lot of thought into now in today's modern environment, as you rightly pointed out as well. So just to move to the next question, Pixie, do you have any personal motivations or experiences you'd like to share about that have influenced your support for initiatives like this? How do you as an individual believe that it reflects Merck's commitment to employee welfare and social responsibility in these regions?
Yeah, so Merck, we are pioneer and also market leader in fertility for over a century now, actually. And I have been in the fertility world for last 2 decades. So I'm
Wow.
really an advocate of fertility.
Yeah.
And people around me will notice that every time I talk about it, I just can't stop talking about
Yeah.
making babies, which is quite weird. But that in a way that there are plenty of people around me. They are family, friends,
Mhm.
colleagues that I know really well. They are having real difficulty in becoming and staying pregnant is a very real issue.
Mhm.
And we are talking about, based on statistics, it's 1 in 5 couples. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot just around. And I even have a friend who have been trying for 7 years, and still
Mm.
never seek for treatment or never seek for counseling because they're just very shy or feel embarrassed to discuss
Yeah.
about it, right? It's very personal and it's very painful experience for
Yeah.
individual. So but they come to me because I keep talking about it like openly, and they're sort of like
Yeah.
someone, oh, I have this problem, I'd like to share with you. And through that, that's why over the years, I've seen a lot of real challenges that my people around me suffering from fertility, making babies.
Mm.
And in fact, even recent years, I have a lot more single ladies coming to me because they are successful women
Mhm.
in leadership, right? And they have been focusing on their career, not knowing that biological clock is not waiting for them, because I'm not sure if most people are aware if a woman entering their 30s and beyond, their fertility
Mm.
potential will decline. So
Yeah.
therefore, I have a lot more single coming to me. They can't find the Mr. Right. So what can we do? So we have a lot of such discussion. They're very real. That's why I'm really passionate about really supporting and helping people who have this issue. And I think it should not be seen as a disease. Actually, I think it is something that is quite normal nowadays. So
Mm.
I think we, as a market leader, as a leader in the company, and we can and we should support our employees, right, to really to make their family planning journey easier. So, and like I say, it's not just the fertility treatment that we can support, but also their emotional support, physically, and also how they can integrate work and life together better, in their journey of making a baby. So therefore, I see this as a very important fertility benefit, is a very important initiative for us because it is also important for us to keep talent, support our
Yeah.
talents in the companies, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so it's really a win-win-win for everyone.
I think it truly is very heartening and inspiring, Pixie, to see how passionate you are about supporting such individuals, So if I may share on behalf of them, thank you for being such a supportive figure in their life. I'm sure all of them really appreciate how much passion and how much support you've been providing to them. And yeah, truly inspiring. Truly
Thank
inspiring.
you. Thank
Thank you.
you.
So, on that note, you speak from the leadership perspective. How, at the same time, how are you actually educating your employees themselves on the ground on the fertility related services and support systems available at Merck through the program? And how has your HR team been involved in this process?
So the fertility benefits is actually designed with the HR group at the global level. So we are working
Mhm.
very closely with HR, of course, right? So we designed this program, like I said, really focusing on not just the treatment cost, but also the overall the well-being and mental health of our employees. So
Mm.
we have now the platform now on HR platform. We have online portal on education. If they want to find out a little bit more about what is fertility, and all the different
Mm.
kind of questions. We also have a portal where they can look for support from the emotional part, well-being, right? So these are two different aspects that is already available for employees. At the same
Mhm.
time, we also recently do a lot of real life, like in-person education and support for employees who are interested to learn more about fertility. We'll bring in healthcare professionals to talk a little bit about what is infertility and what the expectation in the fertility journey. Yeah, so these are the things that we are already started doing right now. On top of that, we keep trying to, I think thanks to the pandemic, our company have introduced the flexible work arrangement, and that has to be really a concept that is supported through every single layer, especially the people manager, to have a better understanding, a cultural understanding, and empathy to our employees, who require support during the fertility journey. So flexible work arrangement is really ideal because on top of like an MC or whatever leave they need to take, right? I think flexible work arrangement will hopefully not jeopardize the work that required to work. At the same time, they can go for the treatment and do, whatever that they need to do to make a baby. But that needs to come from both managers and employees to understand what is flexible work arrangement, right? There are still work required to be done. Yeah. So while you are busy with something else, so how can we integrate both together through the flexible work arrangement?
It definitely takes two hands to clap. Yeah, definitely. So, while we're on the topic of HR, thank you so much, Pixie, for your insightful sharing so far. And Gwen, I'd like to come over to you to bring you into the conversation to answer the last few questions that I do have for you. So, moving to the challenges, I'm sure implementing such a program would have had its challenges. So, what hurdles did you and your team face in driving the implementation of these programs, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, we do not want our employees to disclose their personal data and private information with their managers during their fertility journey, but it was not possible with the existing reimbursement process. So therefore, the global project team created the new automated process that the employee will be reimbursed without sharing their personal information with their managers or finance by coming up with a new process for our employees to initiate their claims. So with the new process, the cost is tracked anonymously, and our employees are not required to disclose their personal data to their managers, and the claims will flow directly to our payroll team.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, so keeping all this in mind that both of you have shared, Gwen, again for you, looking ahead, how do you envision this program contributing to shaping a supportive workplace culture? And how are you and your HR team working with your line managers so that they can play a role in fostering such a culture?
Well, it is embedded from our top-down message from our chair of the executive board and CEO of Merck. The caring spirit of Merck truly comes to life when we support our employees through their most important personal moments. So this demonstrates a strong commitment to help those colleagues who want to build a family. We are pioneers in the fertility space, and we are thrilled to provide this opportunity to a growing number of Merck families. So on a local level, we engage our employees as a supportive colleague of the fertility patients to build the inclusive corporate culture, and we also practice empathy. So also, like what Pixie has mentioned, Merck's flexible working policy would practically help our employees' fertility journey to parenthood.
Okay, wow, that's a really lovely message. Thank you so much, Gwen. Honestly,
Thank
a
you.
truly wonderful, yes, thank you. A truly wonderful sharing by the both of you. It's really heartening to see how much has gone into bringing this benefit to life for your employees and to see just how involved your leadership team has been, in making it happen, making it a reality for your employees. And we are sure that many of your employees will agree as well. So, with that, thank you both so much once again for all the sharing today. It's been lovely chatting with you and learning from you. And I'm sure our friends who are watching this video, listening in, would walk away with some food for thought as well. Thank you both once again. Take care and have a wonderful rest of the week.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Priya.
Priya.
Thank you both.